It's Calvin Ridley right now going back of the second, right in that Darren Waller range, sitting at tier 2 for us in our wide receiver tiers. If you guys haven't seen it before, go check out our wide receiver tiers, running back tiers, and tight end tiers on our channel. We actually go through 48 wide receivers, put them all into similar areas in your draft, and you can use that as a good reference point while you're on the clock. But when we look at Ridley's situation, I mean, we all know, right? Julio Jones is gone. He's gone to the Tennessee Titans. And Ridley's situation in Atlanta is as funneled as it's going to get in a high passing offense. This is borderline for Ridley right now, a Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams type situation. Okay, because now he's getting funneled volume. We've seen his splits with and without Julio. He is phenomenal. In 2020, where you had Julio with really only 9 games, really more like 7, because 2 of those games he left super early. Calvin Ridley already showed exactly what we expect from him in 2021. He was 4th in fantasy points per game, 143 targets with a 25% target share, 1,374 yards, and 9 touchdowns. The one thing I'll say with Ridley is that he did have a lot of empty targets. He had a pretty low 63% catch rate, but he was still top 20 in yards per reception, yards per target. And in 2020, we saw what we should project for Ridley. It's moderate efficiency, but huge target volume and hopefully touchdowns. It's something that Ridley has always done, outproducing Julio Jones in the red zone, being that touchdown threat. Julio always had that problem where he couldn't get it done at the goal line, in the end zone. For whatever reason, Ridley was that dude, and it stayed the same last year when defenses were able to key in on Ridley to be that guy. Now we have Kyle Pitts coming into the offense. We have some fine role players in Russell Gage, Olamide Zaccheaus, but I'm not expecting any of those guys to take a ton of volume away. I've already talked about how I expect Kyle Pitts to struggle in year 1 as a tight end because it's just something we've never seen before. So if Pitts really is that dude, he's going to change entirely what it means to be a rookie tight end going forward for us. But I'll let history kind of pave the way for me. And with Arthur Smith coming in, we think of, hey, he's coming from Tennessee. You know, he could be a run-first guy, but this Atlanta Falcons team doesn't have Derrick Henry. They have Mike Davis, Quadri Allison, and Javian Hawkins. Yikes. It's not a formidable run game, and it's pretty soft. So I expect this team, even if they wanted to be a run-first team, they're not going to be able to sustain that with the game scripts that they're going to be in, with a defense that I don't expect to turn around in one season, and with Matt Ryan still there on a huge bloated contract. Ridley could easily have a 150 target, 1,400 yards, 11 touchdown type of season and be a set it and forget it wide receiver 1, maybe even the wide receiver 1 overall for your roster.
Really interesting, Steph, that with your Ridley pick here and with your Darren Waller pick, that's 2 guys that could have been kind of in that honorable mention category for fantasy MVPs last season. Darren Waller and Calvin Ridley in 2021 going a couple rounds earlier than they did in 2020 in these drafts. That's always a good way to tell if a guy broke out and exceeded expectations. Look at their ADP this year versus last year. But I think it's spot on. People think about these first and second round picks. A lot of times you want to go with that sexy name, that upside pick, that tried and true type of guy in these rounds. But getting a guy like a Calvin Ridley who provides a floor because of the volume you outlined and also provides the upside, again, because of the volume, but also because it's going to be a pass-happy offense. It's going to be a pass-first offense, and Matt Ryan is going to throw touchdowns, I think is a tremendous way to spend a second-round pick. So I'm on board with the Calvin Ridley pick. Definitely someone I've been targeting in a lot of my drafts.